If you follow along with this 6-step video, you can write your very own first line of code. First, we're going to install the Python programming language because this video is part of a series to teach you how to become a back-end software engineer from the ground up. So, step number 1, download Python. We can either do this at python.org/downloads, or you can just Google download Python, follow the link, and then you're going to download the latest version of Python for your operating system, which is either Windows or Mac in all likelihood. And then you're going to double click that installer and just follow the instructions. It'll give you some recommended settings that's totally fine to use. Step number 2, install Visual Studio Code. This is what we consider to be a code editor. It's where we're going to write our code as well as run it. And same deal, just go to code.visualstudio.com, or you can Google download Visual Studio Code, download the latest version for your operating system, double click the installer, recommended settings are fine. Step number 3, install the Python extension for Visual Studio Code. This is very easy. We'll just go to the extensions tab inside of Visual Studio Code. We'll look up Python in the search bar. We will click the Python extension by Microsoft, click the install button, and then we're done. Step number 4, we're going to create a Python file. So inside of Visual Studio Code, open a folder. It can be the documents folder, or you can create a new folder just for this. And then at the top left of Visual Studio Code, we are going to click the new file button, and we'll name it something like hello.py. It doesn't matter. As long as it ends with .py, that's the important thing, because that is how your computer will know this is a Python file and it contains Python code. Step number 5, write your first line of code, and it should look like this. Print, parentheses, quotes, hello world. And finally, step 6, run your code, and it's as easy as just clicking that little green arrow button up at the top right of Visual Studio Code, and then that will open a terminal at the bottom of your screen, and it will say hello world. And that's it. You've officially written and ran your first line of code. Follow to learn more about software engineering.